Hi, welcome to JediMasterBG, my YouTube channel. This is a part 2 video of StreamChamps 24 round 3. In this match, I'm playing against Dirk Schiemann. I've already recorded part 1. Part 2 picks up the action from game 3 of the match. So I've changed the colors of the checkers. Maybe the red on the last setup was not the clearest. Hopefully this is a bit clearer. So I win an opening roll for the first time in the match, 6-4. And I normally prefer the running play, which is to go to 14. Whatever the score is, I just do not like making the 2-point because it's so deep. I prefer to try make the 7-5-4 first. So this is normally my go-to play anyway. So at this score, even XG likes it, but at some scores XG does not like it. So I play that. Then my next roll I play is 3-2. So this is what it looks like to me. I don't really have too many clever options. So this check on the 14, I want to safety it. So the best way to safety it is to make a point with the adjacent checker. So 3-2, I make that point. All right. My next roll is 6-5. So I'm able to do a move that's called the lover's leap. I've only recently learnt that terminology, to be fair. So I play the lover's leap. So this is my last checker. It's stranded. 6-5 is a great roll so that I can take it to safety. And even though in a pip count sense, or oh yeah, sorry, just pause there. I was going to try make my cursor bigger. Right. Let me try do that quickly. Sorry. Personalized display settings. That's probably it, right? Mouse. Accessibility. Is that it? No. Advanced display. Oh man, I should have done this before I started recording. Mouse pointer size. Size. Right. I hope that this will transfer onto the video so that the video cursor is bigger for when I'm trying to illustrate my points. Okay, so this checker here on the 24, that's our last outline checker. Getting it to safety is great. In a pip count sense, we're 12 pips up. So it's not amazing, but it's decent. It's good. We're in a strong position here. My next play now is 6-5 again, which is not terrible because we can play the 5 first and then the 6 goes on to the 2-point. So again, happy with that. Now we've got 6-4. We'll do the same thing. We're clearing our midpoint and putting checkers into our home board. We get 3-1. I want to destack my 6-point. That's what it looks like. 3-1. Final position looks like that. So I've got quite a bit of versatility now, and I can play almost any role I get. Probably double 6 would be my very worst role. So far so good. It's all pretty simple to this point. My next play I have is 4-3. So I could clear this checker here on the 13 and I could play it to the 6. So it looks like this. But I'm not very after this move, I'm still only 13 pips up. So ideally, or not after this move, after any move with the 4-3, I'm only 13 pips up. So ideally, to be more certain of victory, I'm going to be looking for contact. What if Dirk leaves one of these anchors? I want to be able to hit. And if I play this move here, 13-6, I've got this open blot and this open blot on the 2 and 5 point. So I wouldn't hit because Dirk's got a nice strong home board. So I don't like 13-6. I prefer this because, as you can see, I use my spare checkers on the 8 and the 6 point to complete the 5 and 2 point. So I prefer this position. I'm matching Dirk's home board strength, 4 points against 4 points. My next roll is the 5-6. Now, if I'd played previously, if I'd played to the 6 point with my 4-3, I wouldn't have this spare checker left now on the 13. And this 6-5 roll, I would have to have, played from probably the 11 or the 8 because I wouldn't have had a spare checker. So I'm glad that I've got the spare checker because it means I can hold on to these points a bit longer. Maybe I'm going to roll a 5-2 or something of that nature and I can safely clear my 11 point. So the idea of moving from my 11 point, I don't like it because this 11 points blocking double fours, it's giving me more landing spots when I try and leave my midpoint. I don't want to give this up. Mainly, it's at the moment I block 4s and 6s, which keeps Dirk trapped. Those would be good rolls for him otherwise, so because they would help him in a race sense. So I'm firmly against this idea of clearing the 11. I'll worry about that later. For me, this is the best play, to just use my spare from the 13 and go to the 2 point. It's a bit deep, but it, compared to abandoning this 11 point which blocks Dirk, I'm happy with it. So I get an end position that looks like this. So my next roll is a double 2. This is how it looks. Now I'll have some options here. Remember, I don't really want to give Dirk 6s because they would help him in the race. But this is a great opportunity to get these 2 checkers nearly home in a safer manner. If I'd played this 6-5 differently, you see the double 3 is not that good anymore because I'd have 3 here instead of just the 2. Had I played differently here, I would maybe only have 2 on this 12 point. This one here, yeah. If I played differently here, I would only have had 2 on the 13, clear the 11. We get to the double 2. I just come to 9 point. Okay, it's basically I land up in this sort of position anyway. So it all just worked out. So after this double 2, this is my position. I'm 14 pips ahead. Dirk rolls 2-1, which is probably like in a racing sense because we're practically racing now. This 2-1 is as bad as Dirk could roll. So I'm now looking at a board. Let me show you. I'm now looking at a board that looks like this. So I'm 11 pips up. I've got the better of it, definitely. There's no question there. So let's look at the score. I'm 3 away and Dirk is 5 away. If I cube Dirk now, he'll probably take it. What if I roll one or two awkward rolls from this point? For example, I don't know, 1-6 wouldn't be great because I'd have to go from the 9 point because that's the only safe play. What if I roll a lovely 6-6 or 5-5? Then I've missed my market. So there's kind of like swings and roundabouts to this position. Yes, it could go a bit bad. It could also go good. But when I'm looking at the score of 4 away, 3 away, 5 away, getting to 6 points, which is the Crawford game, is not that high on my priority list. So if I just get to 5, then I'm 2 away. I'm still quite comfortable with that. So basically, XG says that I should have doubled here. I'm saying, yes, it's not an unreasonable suggestion, but I didn't want to double and then have a few bad rolls. Maybe Dirk has a few good rolls, and then Dirk sends a cube back to me on 4, and now all of a sudden I've got a tougher match-defining decision. So because I'm ahead in the match score, I kind of like want to proceed a little bit more cautiously than I might otherwise. If I was trailing, I'll definitely be considering cubing here because I would feel like there's nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Okay, so basically I should have cubed here, but I didn't. I can kind of accept what XG is saying. So let's talk about the roll I get, 6-2. It's fairly obvious. I can play the 2, 11, 9, and then 11, 5. It looks like that, with an end position of that. Dirk rolls 3-2, which again was not a great roll. From the last time I considered the cube, I'm now an extra 3 pips up because I rolled a value of 8 and Dirk's only rolled a value of 5. So I'm +3 over that sequence. So now we get here and I'm 14 pips up, not just 11. And I don't really have too many bad rolls except maybe 6-6, which leaves a shot. So I'm a lot more confident now. Even if you look at XG's figures, my winning percent chances have gone up to 80.72, whereas here they were 74.33. So definitely my winning percent has gone up substantially, probably by around 10%. And now I feel confident to pull the trigger. Unfortunately now, it's an easy pass for Dirk to make, but that's fine because I get that score I wanted, which was 2 away, 5 away. It's nice to be an even number away from the match-winning score because then you get value for gammons. All right, so this game was pretty simple. Let's go to game 4. Dirk wins the opening roll and he plays as 4-1. I have 4-2. Now, instead of making the 4 point, which would have not been the correct move here, I hit Dirk on the 20 point. I have some options for the 2. For example, I chose to move both of my checkers up. XG wants me to move 13, 11. Let's just plus that and see how that looks after plus. Okay, so even after plus, it's much smaller now. Even after plus, XG still prefers this play to my play. Why did I choose this play? It's because I'm putting more pressure on Dirk's check on the 16. The problem with that is, yes, you put more pressure on Dirk's checker, but you also are now in the firing line of that checker. So if Dirk rolls something with a 6, he now has a shot to hit me on this 22 point, whereas if I'd stayed back, he doesn't. So it's a bit of swings and roundabouts, but I prefer this play. I consider it more proactive or positive play. So let's move on. This is how it looks for me. I've been hit. Oh, yes, yeah, Dirk rolled a 6-1, so he hit me with the 6. Like I just said, okay? But now I get the chance to hit Dirk back. So I come in off the bar, I hit Dirk, and then move on with the 1, because I don't really have a good 1 anywhere else. Okay? I get hit again when Dirk makes his 4 point. That check I just put there gets hit, but I roll a very nice, helpful double 5. So I use one of my 5s to come in off the bar. I bring 1 5 from the 13 to the 8, which means I've now got 4 checkers on the 8. And then for my last 2 5s, I move 2 from the 8 to the 3. I have a position like this. It's reasonable. I don't have the better home board, but Dirk's now got 4 checkers back. I'm anchored up. Life's relatively good. My next roll is a 4-3. And this is what it looks like for me. So I could run from the 20 point to the 13, but I don't want to give up my anchor just yet. I could play XG's suggested play, which is to come to 6 point, but I've already got 5 checkers there. So why do I want to make that 6? No, that play is not for me. So I choose this play, which offers me improved diversity. I put a spare on the 3 point. Some people call it a dilly builder, something like that. Let's be honest, it's not great to have that spare there because I can only use it to make the 2 or 1 point. But considering my lack of options, begrudgingly, I'm okay with playing the 6-3. I play the 13-9, which puts me in firing line of Dirk's checkers here on the 5 point, because that's what it looks like. But remember, I want to make this point. I don't want Dirk to have this point. So anytime I'm able to tempt Dirk to abandon this point, I'm relatively happy to do that, especially since I have an anchor on Dirk's home board. So I have a safety net of sorts. So this is the play I decide to do with my 4-3, as you can see. Okay, so my next play is 3-2. So what's happened to me here? Dirk hit me, but not at the check I wanted him to hit me with. Dirk played this. Okay, so not ideal. That's best scenario for Dirk, really. I roll 3-2. Nothing to it. I just come to the 20 point. I now have a spare there in case I want to venture out and attack or something. So that's pretty basic. 5-2. That works well for me because remember that spare we've just put there? I'm actually able to hit one of Dirk's checkers and proceed to safety. So his checker is almost right back where it started before this last few rolls of dice in the sequence we played. Okay, next I have 5-3. So it's almost a repeat of that 4-3 earlier. I bring one builder down here and I come to the 10 again, trying to tempt Dirk to abandon this 5 point. So it looks like this as a finished position. Okay. So now my next move is 5-2. What do I do here? XG would like me to make the 1 point, which does this. So XG wants me to maintain my anchor and make this 1 point. Now that's not a terrible suggestion at all, but there's still a bit of a way to go in this game, and anytime you make the 1 point early or even in the middle stages of a game, those checkers are now dead. For the rest of this game, I'm only playing with 13 checkers once I make this 1 point. I don't really like the flexibility that's left after this because, you know, without the best dice that I could roll, I could land up in some trouble. I prefer this play here, which hits on the 15 like I did the last turn, well, 2 turns ago, move 6. I prefer this play, hitting and then proceeding to safety. Why do I prefer this play? Well, double threes are blocked because XG can't come in, not XG, sorry, Dirk can't come in on the 3 point. So he can't come in and make the 5 point here. Double 5 would work nicely, or 4-5 or something like that, fair enough. But the other reason I like this play is because at some point I want to get these back checkers home. I can't finish this game if they don't move. And this seems like a great opportunity to take away half of Dirk's role, further solidify my racing lead, my racing advantage, and I've got one of my checkers that's like a liability. I've got it to safety. So I really do not agree that my move is bad, especially not to the level of punishment that XG has given me for it. I'm not saying that this move is terrible per se. I'm just saying I think my move is a lot better than the rating given here. So, yeah, all right, cool. That's what I played, and that's why I played it. So Dirk fans, he rolls a 6-3. Now, definitely this move was better because I've taken away a whole roll of Dirks and I've got some momentum now. So I think that this worked out really nicely. I rolled double 6. So, okay. What are the options here? There's not that many because these 3 checkers here on the 8 point, they're frozen because Dirk's got the 2. If I play from the 10 to 4, it's open. So I don't have too many options. I could make the 1 point again. Where does that rank on XG's radar, making the 1 point? Here. Yeah, XG doesn't like it either if I played that. So definitely, because they ain't got 3 open blocks. Yeah, that's definitely a non-starter. So I played this one, which is bring 3 here. So now these checkers that Dirk has on his 2 point, after the move, this is what it looks like. These 2 checkers Dirk has on his 2 point are quite nicely blocked in because I've got the 6, 7, 8. So they're blocked by 1s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. If Dirk comes in on the 1 point, it's similar blockage to him as well. 2s are duplicated because Dirk would need a 2 to come in and a 2 hits there. A 5 hits me here, but he also needs a 5 to come in. So this is a very good play as well. I don't know why it's not the top play. Maybe if we plus it, it might improve because that, with all the duplication, I think it's a very good play. There we go. Boom. Now that I've plussed it, you can see that the play I did is actually the top play, even though there's a very close second play that looks like this. But yeah, my play is the top play. Okay, so my next roll that I get to play is this 6-1, and this is what it looks like for me. So Dirk's come in the meantime, and now I'm looking to play as safe as possible. Unfortunately, I can't because I've got 2 blots to tidy up and my dice won't let me tidy up both of them. So I decide to just play 14-7. Marginally, XG prefers for me to have played this. There must be some numbers which duplicate, etc., to to there. But this play is also good enough. When you're making errors like, you know, under 20s, very small. It's very small differences between the plays. You know, we talk about style in backgammon. There is a small room to have your own style in backgammon. Oh, on plus plus, it's gone way worse. Anyhow, this is a move that I thought was good at the time to play 14-7. I have a final position that looks like this. Dirk is unable to hit me. Even if I'd come to the 16, he'd have been unable to hit me. Now, I've got an interesting play. What do I do here with 4-3? Because I've got this checker on the 10 point. Ideally, I'd like to safety it so that I don't get hit. So, should I just play this play, you know, like 10-3? Well, I don't want too many checkers on the 3 point, especially now. So maybe I do that. No, because now Dirk's got a double shot. So I think I'm just going to have to hope I don't get hit one more time. Remember, Dirk's got a bit of a porous home board himself, so being hit would not be the end of the world immediately. So I play 8-4. Just make this point here. It creates a safe landing spot if I survive this next roll, and I have a much stronger home board structure developing now. My next roll now is 4-3, and this is my options. This time, I'm definitely not going to leave a shot. I went all the way to the 3 point. XG suggesting this play, and XG's final position looks like this. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I can see some validity to that. The problem is that now I don't have a spare on the 7 point anymore. Now, why do I want a spare on the 7 point? Because if I play this way, I've got a spare on the 7 point. In fact, I've swapped. I've swapped from having a spare on the 4 to having a spare on the 7. Can you see? Here, I've got a spare on the 4, nothing on the 7. Here, I've got a spare on the 7, nothing on the 4. The reason here really is because I don't have good 6s. So if I have the spare here, then something like 6-5, 6-2 works for me. Whereas when I'm here, 6-2 is not a nice roll. Well, it is, but I leave a blot on the 7 point after I make the 1 point. So, yeah, I don't know. XG says this way wins less gammons as well and slightly less matches. I can't really see it, if I'm honest. Can't really see it. So anyhow, that's what I played. I played 10-3, final position, looks like this. So now I have a 4-1 to play. Oh, this is not great because I'm a bit stiff. I don't have a lot of flexibility, so there's only one safe way to play it, to clear the 8 point. So that's what I do. That spare that I didn't have on the last roll on the 4 point, I've got it now. So almost at the same place I would have been, I've just arrived in a slightly different manner. Okay, my next roll is 6-5. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, there we go. I can make that 1 point because I have the spares in the right places. So that's an obvious play, and it's also a forced play. There's no other way I can play this 6-5. My next roll to play is 3-1. So here I'm just looking to, again, clear points. So whilst your opponent's on the bar, it's probably the best time to try and clear here, because after you play this, which looks like this, what numbers are good for your opponent? There's only three. Double five, because he'd come in off the bar with 1-5 and hit 2 to 7 with the other. So double five would be a good roll for Dirk. The other roll is 5-2, and 5-2 is duplicated because you can come in with the 5 or the 2, and the remaining dice is the same thing. So that's only 3 out of 36 rolls where Dirk would be able to come in off the bar and to hit me. So 1 in 12 shot. So it's a relatively safe play, how I've played here. So Dirk does roll a 5, but not a 5-2 and not a double 5. So he comes in and he plays his 3 elsewhere. So now it's on me again, and this is what I'm looking at. I have a 5-3 to play. I can't play a 5 from the 7, so I have to play like this: 7-4 and 6-1. I have a final position of this. So this is not so nice to have odd numbers on my 6 point, because I might have to leave a shot, but hopefully I don't. Or if I do leave a shot, hopefully Dirk misses. That's another option. Let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. So I didn't like having 3 checkers there because of dice like this. Look what happens. You take 1 off for your 6 and you have to play the 5, 6-1. Now Dirk's got a double shot to hit me. Ugh. Oh, why am I so unlucky? These online dice. Oh, woe to me. So Dirk now, during the actual match when we're playing live, he's thinking now, and I know exactly what he's thinking. He wants to cube me. He's thinking, I've got a good chance of hitting John, and if I hit John and I haven't cubed him, I've lost my market. If I do hit him, I'm in a much stronger position. So Dirk is thinking of this because it's an important decision. I'm only 2 points away from winning the match. If he cubes me to 2 and I take it, I could win the match if Dirk, for example, misses me. So Dirk does think quite seriously about this cube. And if you watch Dirk's video where he was, like it was live recorded, you could see that he does take some time to think about this position. And in the end, he correctly decides to cube me. Well, sorry, my bad. According to XG, it's not correct to cube. That's interesting. I think that Dirk's a favorite to hit me, and so I think that it's worth him cubing me. Maybe you should watch Dirk's video when he analyzes this double take to understand why maybe it shouldn't have been a double according to XG. But from my perspective, I could definitely see that I would probably cube in this position if I was Dirk, because Dirk hits with any 1 and any 4, and out of the 36 rolls of dice, 20 of them have 1 of those numbers. So he's a favorite to make the shot than to miss. So Dirk doubles me. Whilst he was deciding whether to cube or not, I was thinking, should I take or not? And I decided that if I pass, the score goes to 3. Dirk goes to 3, which is 4 away. If I take it, the score goes to 4, because I can't lose a gammon. I've already taken a checker off. So Dirk's 3 away. I'm 2 away. I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'll take the cube. Hopefully Dirk won't hit me, and then I can maybe win the match. So I take. Dirk rolls one of his rolls that has a 1 or a 4 in it, and he hits me. And yeah, now Now he's in the advantage. So I can't move, I can't move. I'm on the bar. This is called being on the bar. I get a double one. I know that it's unlikely I will win the race. I've probably lost this game. But I still want to keep my best chances to win it, which means I've got to try and prevent Dirk picking up a second checker. If Dirk gets a second checker of mine, there's no ways I can win this game. As long as I keep my liability to the single checker, there's a better chance I might win this game. So when this double one comes up, I've got to think, what's my best way to play which minimizes me leaving shots? And this is the move that I came up with. Come in with one of them and then play the other 3 ones here, which means I have a 4-point board. So we go back and forth a bit. Every every low number I'm playing, I have to play off here. So I'm just trying to be careful not to leave or expose a second checker. Dirk attacks me on the 24 point because he can, because he's got a 6 prime. So when he gets the opportunity, like now, he attacks me. I roll 2-1. And look at my position. This is my board. I roll the 2-1. I have to open up one of these points. And this is why Dirk has attacked me, because of something like this. He's trying to pick up a second checker. So that makes perfect sense. I don't understand. It's very small. Yeah, 5-1 was definite. He did have to hit me. It's the one that there's a small difference in. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to play. What do? You clear from the back. So 4-2. It makes small difference. So I have a finishing position like this. Dirk's hoping to roll a 4. He doesn't. He rolls a 5-1. On my next roll, I roll a 5-1, which means I'm able to move this vulnerable checker to safety. Okay, it's all good so far. 4-2, that spare I've just put on my 3-point has to go to the 1. Okay, I'm still stuck on the 24 points. Then I roll double 1, and now I'm pretty safe. It's going to be very hard for Dirk to pick up a second checker. I can't move. I can't move because I'm now on the bar. Can't move. Dirk still does not let me in. Can't move. These are just automatics. Can't move. Can't move. So Dirk gets a double 1 here. And he opens up the 6-point for me. He didn't have to, but he did. I come straight in with the 6-1. So it's good I've come in, but I haven't made much progress. Dirk's got 3 checkers off. I've only got 1. By the time this checker gets round to the home board, Dirk might have 6 or 7 off. It's not, unless I get lucky with the dice, I'm not going to win this game. 3-2, just come round. See, I'm rolling really poor. I'm trying to get home quickly, and I'm rolling dice like 3-2, 3-1, double 1. You're not going to win a race like that. 2-1, 3-1. So, as you can see, that's all she wrote for this game. Dirk wins 2 points because he cubed me and I accepted, and the match score is now 5-4. So, we go to game 5. I have a 3-1 opening roll, one of the nicest opening rolls you can get. I obviously make the 5-point. Then I have 5-1. Instead of splitting the back checkers, I just split my 6-point because I want to attack on my home board side. I'm not worried about defending here at the back end. I'm looking at the front end of my position. So I prefer this. The other advantage to this is if I roll a double, let's say for example, double 6, double 3, double 4, I can move both these checkers together. Whereas if I split them, now I can't move them both together. So considering everything, I'm happy enough with this play. Look, double 4. it would have been great, except in this roll, Dirk had a 3-1 and closed his 5-point. So now this double 4, which normally would have let me escape the anchor, now it doesn't. I'm stuck there. Oh, dithms. Anyhow, I can still do some nice things. As you can see, I hit here on the 4-point, make a point. I hit loose on the 1 to put 2 on the bar. And I'm like in full out attack mode, really, trying to blitz Dirk. This is how it looks. Okay. So Dirk comes in with both, but doesn't hit me. So that's a bit of a result. I roll 5-2. So even though I do not like making the 1 point so early in the game, sometimes you have to do things you don't really like doing. And this was one of them. I couldn't pass up this opportunity to hit and cover. Final position looks like this. Okay. 6-4. It's time to do the lover's leap. In the meantime, Dirk's come in and spread out a bit. Fine. But we do the lover's leap. One of our back 2 checkers is in relative safety. Next roll now is 4-3. How are we going to play this? What are our options? So the 4 is pretty obvious, right? 13-9. That looks standard. And then the 3. The 3 could go there. 24-21. It looks like this. If you look at the arrows, it has an end position like this. That looks all right, doesn't it? Why didn't I play that? I'll tell you why. Here on the 21 point, it's much easier for Dirk to attack me because I'm in the line of all these checkers, including these 4 here on the 16 and 17. Dirk has an anchor, so he can afford to be aggressive against this checker. He could even just hit me loose, which means hit me without covering. It would help his timing then if he did something like that. So I don't want to come here. This is danger zone. I know it's a red point, but it's red because it's the danger zone for me here. So I'd rather just play this here, right? Come in with 3. Why do I play 9-5? For diversity. I don't want to play 13-6 because I've already got a spare on the 6. That's not helpful. So you play 9-5. So you have a final position like this. Then you've got a bit of versatility with these checkers now on the 6 and 5. So that if Dirk leaves the 2 point, you've got checkers to attack there with. You play like this so that if you manage to roll another nice dice, like the lover's leap, remember we rolled that here, we can just run all the way to safety. Even a 6-4, I'd run with it, get to the 14. So here, stepping up is a terrible idea because you give your opponent the option to gain some momentum, and I will not do that. That does not fit in with my idea of correct playing. So this is what I've played. I've explained to you why. I hope it makes sense. Okay. Whew. I talk too much. So now I have this 5-4 to play. What are my options? Not a lot. Remember, I like diversity. I've not been... Look, here's something else. Look at how Dirk played before. He came on this 3 point. Even though my checker's there, he came. Because why? He doesn't care if he gets hit. He's not that worried. If I was here on the 21 point, right? If I was here and that's 6-4, Dirk would have hit me with the 4, even though it's loose. And he would have played 12-18 and he would have hit me 17-21. He would have brought the attack to me. So as you can see, he's playing what looks a bit risky. He gave me a shot. I just missed it. So I'm still more than pleased with my move 6 there, the way I played that. So now I've got 5-4 to play. I've got 1 spare on my midpoint. So obviously I bring it here to the 4-point. Again, same principle. I've got checkers now to attack the 3-point and the 2-point. So that even XG agrees that's the right play. Now I get a double 3. Okay. I can run away. So I'll use 3 of my 3s to run away. 24 to 15. And what do I do with the last 3? I mean, this is how it looks at the beginning of the roll. What do I do with the last 3? If I play this, then any 1 or 3, Dirk can hit me. That's too many shots. If I play, basically there's nothing else to play except what I played. You bury a checker on the ace point. It's not great, but you just have to do it in this moment. You bury this checker on the 1 point and hope Dirk doesn't roll a 3, which he didn't. So my next roll is double 5. Lovely jubbly. Lovely. So 2 from the 15 takes me to the 5. And 2 from the 13 to the 8. So I have a final position like this. Dirk is nicely trapped, really, because I've blocked 6s, I've blocked 4s, 3s, and 2s. So, okay, life's not looking too bad. So we get here, and now, as you can see by this here symbol, XG wants me to double, and says that it's a pass if I double. So if I double and it's a pass, I go to the Crawford game. Dirk's on 4 away, on 3 away. If Dirk wins the Crawford game, now the score is 6-5, but Dirk has the cube usage because it's after the Crawford game. He'll cube me. We're playing a DMP match. So, should I be aggressive with the cube or not? Do I want to get to the Crawford game, or do I want to get to 1 away? What's the alternatives? Well, if I win 2 points here, I win the match. How do you win 2 points without the cube? You win a gammon. Do I have some gammon chances here? Yes. Not a lot, but some. Why cash in so quickly? No, I'm going to wait and see how things progress a bit. So that's why I don't cube here, because getting to the Crawford game is not a significant advantage. So let's go to the move. This is how it looks initially. 3-2. Those spares there can nicely make the 3-point. Happy days. That's obvious. There we go. That's the end position. Life's looking good. This board looks a lot better now than at the start because I've made a extra landing point here. Okay. So we have another cube decision now. But this time, I'm not penalized so much for not cubing. That's interesting. My winning percentages have gone up, and I'm not penalized so much for not cubing. Dirk discusses this passage of play in his video, and he was like, oh, John hasn't cubed me. I'm quite happy to play on. But obviously we were not talking during the match, but the reason that I played on was because I thought, you know what, they are a small chance of a gammon, but why not see if you can get it? So at the moment, I'm playing on because effectively I feel I'm too good. I would I don't want to give up on maybe winning a natural gammon and then winning the match off that. So that's why I didn't cube here. Let's go to the move. So I've got 5-1 to play. Only one safe way to play it without leaving a shot, and that's 10-4. Roger that. Okie dokes. Dirk plays. Now, this is another cube. Now, I don't know about cubing. You see, if I roll an unhelpful 6, oh, I'm in trouble. If I've cubed Dirk, he could recube me for the match. I might have to pass depending on the exact circumstances. And then Dirk would be on the Crawford game. So it would be 1 away, 2 away. I don't really want to risk that. So here I don't cube, more because I don't want a bad roll to give me a awkward redouble decision. So that's the main reason I didn't cube here, not because I was playing on for the gammons like earlier. So Dirk rolls a 5-5, and he goes all the way to his 3-point. That's what it looks like. He goes all the way to his 3-point. It looks like this. Sorry, I missed talking about my move here. I rolled 3-2. If I'd known I was going to roll 3-2, I might have cubed, because that's a nice roll. You know, I clear my 8-point. I've got high spares. Life's good. If I'd known I would roll 3-2, I would have cubed, yeah. But I didn't, and I was exercising caution. Dirk rolls this double 5. What this effectively means now is that the gammon losses that Dirk might have are virtually non-existent. Very, very small. Look, it's now gone from like 7% to 2.5. I've lost most of my small chance of winning a gammon. So now there's no need to play with fire or take any more chances. Now I pull the trigger. Boom, I double. Now XG punishes me because it says I'm too good and I should have just played on, but I don't see it that way. I played on for the gammon. As soon as winning a gammon was too much of a far-fetched idea, that's when I cashed in. That's the expression. You cash in. So I doubled and Dirk passed. Okay, so that's game 5. The score is now a Crawford game, and it's 4-6 in a match to 7. I gave a very nice 3-1 to start again. And of course I make the 5-point. Right, my next roll is double 4. So how do I play double 4? Because guess what? Dirk's blocked me again. Ugh. Double 4. I would have loved to run away from the 24-point. But Dirk's blocked me again. So how do I play it? I chose this because... Why? Why did I choose this? This is another obvious play. I don't really have a good reason. This also looks nice. It does mean that if I think this looks nice enough. If Dirk does move into this space here, I can attack it. I've got still some boulders to make the 7-point or the 4-point, you know, like with the 5-4 sort of roll. I'm happy enough with this. I've destacked my 6-point. I've got a 3-point home board. It's still, if you compare positions, my position is still substantially better than Dirk's at this stage. Dirk rolls 2-1. I get 6-6, happy days. I can leave the 24 point with both my checkers, and I can make the 7 point here. I do leave a shot here, but I've now got a nice 5 prime. Can you see here? I've got a nice 5 prime. So that's very good. I'm even more happy now with how I played this 4-4, because I would have had more gaps here. Whereas with the way I played it, 6-6 allows me to make a solid 5 prime. That was a nice touch. Dirk misses me. I then roll a double 1, which sucks because I can't move off the 18. I can't move off the 13. So I just play for maximum diversity, and I do that by clearing my 9 point. It looks like this. Final position like this. Okay. I do not survive another roll. Dirk rolls a 1, hits me, and covers. Look at that. That's a nice little roll, isn't it? I roll a 4-3, which allows me to come in off the bar. I could play 21 to 18. That's what XG wants me to do. I played 21. I played 8 to 5. I like policemen too much. I like leaving policemen. Maybe that's like a bit of a leak in my game. I'm ahead in the race. Just come to safety. It makes sense, right? All right. Anyhow, I like leaving policemen because it creates more problems for your opponent. So that's what I played. That's why I played it. My next roll is a 4-4, which means that when Dirk hit my policeman, see, you can tempt people to hit you loose. Dirk hit my policeman. I roll a 4-4. Boom. I'm able to hit Dirk, make my 4 point, and I only really have one proper 4 to play after that, which is 18 to 14. So that's what these arrows here represent. And we have a final position that looks like this. So I'm very open at the back end here, but I'm quite strong and stable in the home bit here. So it's the game's kind of in the balance to a degree. 3-4, I'm hit back. 2-1, I hit back like this. Boom, come in with the 2, hit with the 1. Dirk fans, I have a double 5 to play. And this is where I made a mistake. So far, this is the first mistake I'll accept. I should have played this. Look at that. I don't want Dirk to anchor on the 3 point. That will make a headache for me. His home board's not that strong, and he's got this checker on the 21 that's a liability. So this is a great roll to just come and put 2 on the bar. Look at that. 2 on the bar, slot a point, any 4, 3 or 2, I cover it. Wow, that would have been magic. But I didn't see it. If I'd seen it, I would have realized it's the better move. I didn't see it. That's all I can say. So I played this move, which is obviously a mistake because it's not correct. I put a spare here on the 4, but that's just not good enough. I should have come all the way. So hands up, like if you've watched all the videos so far, it's like the first time I'm absolutely saying I messed up. XG is right. I should have played that. Anyhow, I didn't. Silly me. Dirk fans again, and I get a 4-1. So I'm able to make that point. That was a nice roll for me, because even though I made a mistake, my next roll I was able to rectify that mistake. So obviously making that 3 point is the right play with the 4-1. Now I'm just trying to get my checkers home. So I do that, have a bit of diversity. 6-4. Right. I think I did something bad around about now because this match did go a bit pear-shaped from here. This is what I played. What should I have played according to my friend XG? Okay, I should have played that instead of that. Okay, I probably would have avoided the problems I landed up in. Alright, so this was the correct move to play 11 to 5 and 7 to 3. You have an end position like this, so you have spares in quite a few good places. Unfortunately, this is what I played, which means I was quite stacky on the 5-point and not as diversified as I could have been. And I like to be diverse, so this is obviously a mistake I made. This would have been the better play. I then get 4-3. How did I play my 4-3? So I come in with the 3 and I play 4-2. Why do I do that? I don't know. I don't know why that's better than that, or why I thought it was. I don't know. Just played it. My next move to play is 4-3, so I can pick up the 4 and play 5-2, or I can just clear the 6-point like this. Ends up looking like this. I've got even good gammon chances here. Never mind game-winning chances. I've got good gammon chances. So that looked good to me to clear the 6-point. That's what I did. 4-3. I don't have a lot of options. So I want to leave even numbers on my back checkers. So I play 4-3 like this. So it's all even. Then I get a 6-1. Only one sensible way to play that, which is like this. Then I get a 5-4. Oh no. Now I have to leave a shot. This is terrible. I've only got 4 checkers off. Oh. Anyhow, there's only one way to play it, so I play it. Wow, Dirk has missed me. Isn't that great? Dirk has missed me. He's rolled a 5-1. So, okay, lucky me. Dirk solidifies his position. So now with the nice helpful roll, I can tidy up this little error. Or not error, but this little situation. So, I roll a 4-2. Oh my word. How do you play 4-2 safely here? How? How can you play 4-2 safely? The answer is you can't. So what's the best you can do? If you play like this, you leave 3-1 and any 4. If you play like this, you only leave any 3. So isn't it better to play the play which leaves the fewest shots? Yes, it is better. So that's what I decided to do. It seemed logical to me. Ha! Look at what Dirk rolls. 4-3. So no matter which play I'd made, Dirk would have had the correct dice to hit me with. If I'd stayed on the 20 or if I played the 21 like I did, whatever. Dirk would have hit me regardless of which move I played in my previous roll. Why am I so unlucky? I've just, I've got this game nearly in, got a good grasp on it. And now I'm going back behind a 5 prime. Yes, definitely my blood pressure spiked at this point. Yeah, if I had one of those heart pulse monitors, you would have seen some triple digits, maybe starting with a 2. Okay, so I'm hit. Boom. Now it's going to be pretty like standard because what are my options? Can't move, can't move, can't move, can't move, can't move, can't move. In and hit, but no four. Okay. Oh no. Look at that. Forced move. I'll have to hit. Remember the previous game? Dirk's trying to get as many checkers of mine back as he can so that he can win the race. I've got a chance if it stays only one checker back. But this is a forced move. I've got no choice. I have to play this. Dirk misses me on the ace point, but hits me on this 2 here again. Oh, I'm in trouble. Can I fan? I don't want to come in. Yes, can't move. Good. Oh, no. I'm in, and I've hit him. Now Dirk, if Dirk rolls a 1, he gets this checker. Nope. Dirk missed that checker again. Whoa. Phew, lucky me. Okay. Next roll. Oh, a 1. I know what I can do. I can cover that vulnerable checker of mine, of course. So that's what I do. Now my heart rate's subsiding a bit, you know. It's still triple digits, but definitely starting with the 1 now. Limited options here. Nothing I can play here. Nothing I can play here. Nothing I can play here. Now Dirk attacks me again. I come in. Dirk's got to come all the way around the board again. He fans a bit, which is just silly. He makes that point. I'm getting nice double 5 I can't play. 6-2, I can only play the 2. Then Dirk hits me. I miss. Dirk rolls a double 4, which means he can't cover his 1 point. So I've got a chance to hit Dirk on the 1 point because that's the final position. So if I roll a 1, that'll be really good for me. Nope. I rolled a 5-4. This is not looking great. Dirk rolls a 6-4. So he plays this play, which leaves it like this. So I still got chances to roll a 1 and, you know, help me in this game. What do I roll? No 1. But I roll a 6-4. So it's good. I come in. I'm in the race. At the end, I'm actually 10 pips in front at this point. So if I can just get home quickly enough, I might be able to win this game and the match. Let's see what happens. My next roll's 5-2, pretty standard, nothing to it, just trying to get home. So now, let's go here. I've got a 6-5 to play. I've got 10 checkers to take off. Dirk's got 9 checkers to take off. After my roll, I'm going to have 9 checkers to take off. Dirk's going to have 9 to take off, but Dirk's on roll. So in theory, Dirk should take his checkers off before me. So I need a double or something, or I need Dirk to roll a few 1s so that he has to waste a turn playing a 1 instead of bearing off a 1. Those are my options. Here, the best play is to come in with the 6, because then you have a better double 2. If you play this play, you come in with the 5, take off with the 6. That's not the correct thought process. So this is correct. Come in with the 6, lift with the 5. You have a final position like this. So double 1s and double 2s work well for you. Okay, but I still need a double. If this stays on roll and if Dirk doesn't roll a few 1s, I lose this game. Look at that. Dirk's rolled a double 2. Oh, no. Now, he can take 3 off here. sure that's what he does. So this is not looking good for me because I've got 9 checkers. Dirk's only got 6. Oh, this is not looking good. 6-4, so I take 2 off. Oh, there's a 1. Okay. So now Dirk's final position is like this. He's got a gap. So 1s and 2s are not good for Dirk. Okay, there's a small glimmer of light at the end of this tunnel. What do I roll? Let's find out. 5-2. Okay, so it's just 2 off. Looks like this. So it's 5 checkers against 4, but Dirk can't roll any 1s and 2s. Okay. What does Dirk roll? 3 2s. Okay, so he has to waste one of his dice moving. Finishing position like this, but any 2 high numbers, and Dirk will take them off easily. So, I'm still in a pickle here. What am I going to roll? 5-4. Right, so I take 2 off and leaves me with 3 checkers on my ace point. What's Dirk's next roll? 3-1. Okay, so Dirk takes these 2 off. So literally now, if Dirk has another roll of the dice, there's no dice that Dirk does not take that checker off with. 2-1 is the lowest you can roll, and that gets that checker off. I've got 3 checkers on my ace point. So I basically need double 1 or better. Double 1, double 2 or better. Otherwise, I lose this game and the score goes 5-6. So what do I roll? Boom! Double 2. Yay! I managed to roll a double on my last roll. Phew! Yeah, because who knows how the match might have ended without that. So I managed to double, get my last 3 checkers off. I win the match. And my first match with Dirk, I managed to win the match. Maybe not the PR, but I don't always agree with the PR, as you know. So this is the final stats for the match. And yeah, it was fun to play, and I'm very pleased with the results because I've played 3 rounds now in StreamChamps, and I've won 2 and lost 1. So it's not a bad record. I've played 3 very good players so far, so I'm quite pleased with that. That's good. So thank you again for watching my videos. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and keep in touch and follow the StreamChamps Championship. There's 10 of us. We've got, I think, another 6 or 7 rounds to play. So it might get a bit interesting towards the end. Depends which players win, and yeah, but it could be quite close in the end. So yeah, hope to see you on another video soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Play some backgammon. Cheers, bye.